What's up guys, it's Aaronitmar, and the last 12 hours have been crazy. So last night on 4chan, a new thread was started, and I know what you're thinking, 4chan, I'm not gonna believe it, but this is the exception to the rule, because this thread was started, no words were used, nothing at all. It was just an image, and it was this image here. Now, as you can see, there are two Mii Fighters on the screen alongside Ken, but of course, you will probably immediately notice that both of these Mii Fighters are wearing hats that are not yet in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. So the first one on the left is a cloud hat, and this is Mallow from Super Mario RPG, the game that Geno comes from. And the middle one is called a Kako Demon, if I'm saying that correctly, and that is supposedly from Doom. But that wasn't the only thing that was posted, because two videos were posted. One was 8 seconds long and one was 5 seconds long. And these show that they are at least functioning at some level in game. The characters that are wearing those hats are interacting with each other. They're using the proper movesets. They are working with items and getting hit by items. They are going after the Smash Ball. So this is actually something that is functioning in the game on some level. But that's something we need to talk about. Now, both Mallow and this Doom Mii Fighter seem to suggest that if they were to come with characters, then two future characters that would be in Smash are Doom Guy, whatever he would be called, and Geno. Now, the theory is currently that Mallow and this Doom character are both going to come alongside future characters in Smash, and that would be Doom Guy as a fighter and Geno as a fighter. Now, that's just a theory. We can't know one way or the other whether this is sort of an indicator for future fighters, because we know that they have added references to game series that don't have fighters at all. For example, the last time we got Sans and Goemon, both of which don't have any kind of a fighter from their franchise, but they're in the game. And so it's just a neat little nod to another game series that they're able to do with a Mii Fighter costume. So it's very possible that they're referencing Doom as a Mii Fighter, and they're referencing Mallow and Super Mario RPG as a whole, along with the return of the Geno Mii Fighter costume. We just don't know whether it's an indicator of just more costumes or full-on fighters. All we know is that these two skins are apparently in the game. Now, the first thing that I've seen a ton of people jump to is the possibility and the potential reality that these could just be mods. And they're right, these definitely could just be mods. There's been a lot of false information regarding the modding scene, so I kind of want to dispel that right now. People have been saying that it is impossible to mod Mii Fighter headgear. The most that anybody's figured out is recolors, and that's just simply not correct. Smash Ultimate modding definitely isn't as advanced as Smash 4 or Brawl, for example, and that's partially because of how limited the Switch modding currently is. But we're definitely still capable of doing what's called a model import, which basically means you replace the model with something that you made completely custom. So, for example, there is a Dry Bowser mod that completely replaces Bowser's default model, and it's not necessarily a change in the model, it's a completely new model that has been brought into the game. So people are getting confused by the fact that there are no Mii Fighter headgear mods, as it's currently not possible, and that's just not correct for a couple of reasons. The first is that the Mii Fighter headgear really has not been one of the more popular things to mod. There definitely are mods out there. Like I said, there are recolors, and for Smash 4 there was a handful of mods for it, but it's just not the most popular thing to do because we have a whole bunch of characters that we can actually mod. So why would we, worry about the Mii headgear? It's just not one of the more popular things to be modded, and so no one has done it yet. So people who are saying that it's currently not possible to mod Mii Fighter headgear, they're just off target really, because it definitely is possible. It's just not been done yet, and there's a difference there. Even in Smash 4, the Mii Fighter headgear really wasn't one of the more popular things to mod in the game. There definitely were mods for it, but why use a Mii Fighter headgear and make a mod for it when you could mod one of the tons of characters that are in the game? So it's not that it's not possible, it's just that it's not very popular, and so nobody really has released anything for that yet. And as a proof of concept, Dusterbuster on Twitter went ahead and modded in a cube over the headgear hat. Now, I know you might be saying, well, that's really not a super intense mod, but the fact is, it's doable. So if somebody could take a cube and mod it into the game and have it function properly as a hat, I mean, it's following the head, it's doing all the tracking, it's literally functioning in the game as it should be, then somebody could make a more detailed model and mod it into the game just as easily. But let's go ahead and talk about whether I think this is a mod or not. There are 3D models for both Mallow and the Kako Demon or the Keiko Demon online, but none of them really match the style or, just the design of this specific leak. There are Mallow 3D models online, but none of them exactly match up here. But because Mallow is so simplistic, it would be really easy to make adjustments, specifically if you were trying to make a fake leak. But the Kako Demon has a more cartoony art style, which would of course match the Smash Ultimate design and art style. But looking at the 3D models that are available online, none of them really take this artistic style. They really go more for the realism that Doom offers, and so it doesn't really match up with anything that's currently online. So the general consensus online is that both of these Mii Fighter headgear models have been made from scratch and they are completely original. Now, whether they are original to Smash as a released DLC Mii Fighter costume, or they were made specifically as a hoax or a fake leak, we can't be sure, but all we can be sure of, model-wise, is that both of these are original. Now, another thing you may notice in both the image and the videos is that the timer is frozen and it's stuck at 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Now, this could be important for 2 reasons. The first is that this could be a sign of either a debug menu or a debug feature or something on a dev build, because oftentimes they will load into a game in a certain mode, but rather than have the game be counting down and have them be forced to use like testing in 2-minute, 30-second increments, they basically just freeze the timer, so the match goes on indefinitely, but the game still thinks that it is in 2 minutes, 30 seconds mode. Which, if this is fake, means that they paid a great attention to detail, because in a previous leak, which involved Ken, the timer was stuck at 2 minutes, 30 seconds, and 0 milliseconds, frames, whatever, for that leak as well, which means that if someone's faking it, then they paid great attention to detail on a past leak and made sure that they emulated it in their leak. Or there's of course the possibility that it's real. Another Smash modder, Corbond, has shown that it's possible to freeze the timer using mods. A lot of people have countered this, saying that the timer normally will fade in and out when a character or an item or something approaches it, and that Corbond's video does not actually do that. But to counter that, Corbon says that the actual leak videos don't show any character interacting near the timer at all. For both videos, when a character or something gets near the timer, the video actually cuts off, so we never actually see whether that interaction truly happens in the actual leaks. We know that it happens in the game, but we can't prove that it happens in the leaked footage. I've also seen people mention that it looks like one of the characters has their hat turned back into a pirate hat at some point in the clip, and this isn't correct for a couple reasons. The first is that the way Smash Ultimate modding works is that you are fully replacing the model with your own custom model, so it's not like it's overlapping or anything like that. So if this is functioning in game, it's not possible for it to accidentally glitch into the pirate hat. It just doesn't make sense. It's loading one model, and that model is the only thing that it's paying attention to. Second is that it's clear this character is just picking up an assist trophy, and so whatever they're seeing is just the result of strange artifacting that looks weird when you go frame by frame like that, but it's definitely just the little silhouette of the person in the assist trophy while they are doing their dash attack, so it's at a different angle, and so when the image is garbled enough, it could potentially look like a pirate hat, but it's definitely not. Now, one small detail in this that I think is funny, but I don't think really is evidence whether it's real or it's fake, is that Ken is doing his thumbs up taunt in this leak, and that could potentially be a reference to the other leak that I just showed you where Ken is doing his thumbs up taunt in that as well. Now, there have been a lot of theories about what this means. Some people think that it is the exact same leaker using some kind of a calling card, and Ken's thumbs up taunt is exactly that, saying, hey, I'm the same leaker because I'm using the same taunt in both leaks. Which, it's a possibility, it's a possibility. There's another theory that this is a second leaker, but he is referencing the legitimacy of that first leaker by also using the Ken thumbs up taunt to say, hey, mine's legit too, and I'm using the same taunt. And then, of course, there's the possibility that it's just some leaker or fake leaker who is just having some fun and saw that leak and just wanted to be funny, but it's not really necessarily evidence one way or the other. It's just a really funny detail. Now, do I think this is real? Now, I've got a healthy skepticism because of how easy it is to actually put these into the game. Once the 3D model is done, it really wouldn't take that long to actually make it look good in the game. So I do think that it would be possible for it to be modded, but the frozen timer really is kind of a smoking gun to me. I think I would say with like 60% confidence that I think this could be a legitimate leak from inside, and I think this is real. Like I said, I'm skeptical, but there's a believer in me in this. I don't know what it is about this. It just genuinely does seem legitimate. I don't know. I would love to know what you guys think down in the comments below, whether you think that this is real or that this is fake. I would love to know, because this is a level of leak that we haven't had yet. We've had a picture, but we haven't had video yet, and so video really does do a good job of convincing me. But I don't know what to believe, so I'd love to know what you guys think down in the comments below. If you guys enjoyed the video, be sure to hit the like button. If you're new, be sure to subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out, and have an awesome day.